Coming up on This Week in Torrance, the city has a new hotline that is helping combat the coyote population around the clock. Then an art business is offering customers a piece of aviation history. You won't be able to find it anywhere else. Plus, if you're a local business, the Torrance Certified Farmers Market will soon help you save money when buying local. And Torrance libraries are now offering new databases. These stories and much more just seconds away. Your local news starts right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. Jin Chun has the week off. Thanks so much for joining us. Here are your top stories. The city has added another resource to help combat the coyote population. In November 2018, Torrance City Council approved city staff to make changes to the Urban Coyote Management Plan. This includes instituting a 5-month active trapping season from October to March every year, revising the strategy of trapping coyotes in problem locations, hiring a part-time civilian coyote management staff assistant, and establishing intensive education and outreach. However, a California Environment Quality Act study and checklist is in progress to assess any environmental impacts from the updated plan. A 24-hour coyote hotline is now open to the public. The Cable and Community Relations Department interactive communication officers will be answering calls from community members. You can also send photographs of problem coyotes directly from a phone to the city's smartphone app. It is called My Torrance CA. The 24-hour coyote hotline is 310-618-3898. A popular program giving community members a first-hand look at what it takes to be a police officer is back. You can now sign up for the spring 2019 Partners in Policing class, open to Torrance residents, people that work in Torrance, or anyone who has affiliations with the city can participate. The Community Awareness Program educates people by giving them a chance to walk in the shoes of an officer. They will experience hands-on exercises relating to the duties, services, and responsibilities of policing. Classes are held twice a year, and by graduation, participants have gone through 12 sessions. They get a chance to meet officers from the gang detail, SWAT, K-9, and many more departments. The city also has a teens and policing program that takes place once per semester. To sign up, head to torranceca.gov. State leaders representing the South Bay gathered in Torrance to talk about the latest happenings in Washington, D.C. The first speaker at the 2019 State of the Region annual address was Congresswoman Maxine Waters, who talked about her steps in combating homelessness and reintroducing a $13 billion bill to end it. She mentioned there needs to be a more fitting definition of what homelessness is. Waters mentioned how millennials need the foundation to be able to buy future homes. She discussed 3 co-sponsored bills that included topics of national flood insurance, supporting insurance companies, and Ex-Im Bank. Congresswoman Maxine Waters and Congressman Ted Lieu both took time to address the government shutdown and the latest debate about building the border wall.
I want us all to be concerned about our country, about our democracy, about respect for our Constitution. It is because when we understand the importance of the democracy, and when we are dedicated to the proposition that the Constitution means something, we won't have the kind of division that we're seeing now.
Congresswoman Waters also touched upon cybersecurity, which was a big part of Congressman Ted Lieu's address as well. He mentioned cyber being part of infrastructure and having rural broadband. Congressman Lieu talked about his $2 trillion legislation for infrastructure. Lieu discussed homelessness and specifically housing for veterans. Another piece of legislation of importance to him was his H.R. 8 bill that would close any loopholes for people buying guns that are not supposed to. Lieu also hopes to reduce generic drug prices and is working on the Equality Act that protects LGBT Americans.
Right now in America, there are still states where you can get fired based on who you love. And what this bill will do is basically take the Civil Rights Act and put in LGBT so that you cannot be discriminated against based on your status.
The State of the Region is hosted by the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce and has been held for several years.
I hope that our members will be able to take away a little sense of maybe what the federal government is working on, all of the different things, immigration, the transportation, international business. There's just so many different things that are going on in Washington that play such a vital role right here in the South Bay community.
The event took place at the DoubleTree by Hilton Torrance, South Bay. A new program by the South Bay Workforce Investment Board is looking to increase more people in the field of bioscience. SBWIB recently received funding from Los Angeles County Supervisor Mark Ridley Thomas and the Los Angeles County Workforce Development, Aging and Community Services to develop a bioscience program and provide training. Called BioFlex, the project is a way to develop a pre-apprenticeship and registered apprenticeship career pathway. It will provide an important resource to employers and give job seekers access to well-paid careers in this field. The local bioscience industry generates more than $40 million in economic activity annually. Even though the program is just starting, college-age students interested in a bioscience internship can also enroll into the interim BioFlex pre-apprenticeship. Officials from the South Bay Workforce Investment Program say BQE in Torrance is one of the leading employers for the apprenticeship program. The organization is looking for bioscience employers to participate. To learn more, go to sbwib.org/bioflex. Vendors at the Torrance Certified Farmers Market are teaming up to give back to local businesses. Every farmer and vendor at the Torrance Farmers Market will be participating in the Buy Local campaign. They will give restaurant owners a bulk discount, anywhere from 5 to 50% off if they shop local. The market offers seasonal variety of top quality produce brought in each week by more than 60 California farms. It is open on Tuesdays and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. A local organization is keeping the community updated on the latest. The Torrance Salvation Army released its first quarterly e-newsletter, which you can find on their website. It's called Torrance Core Connection and offers community members the latest information on what the organization is up to and any updates. The Salvation Army is also hosting open auditions for its Crescendo All-Stars Jazz Band, and you can apply for their Academy of the Sun after-school program. You can also sign up for the updates at torrancecore.org/newsletter.html. Well, if you're using the Torrance Library, you now have more resources. There are a few new online databases available, including VetNow, a resource for veterans that has live benefit navigators to help people navigate the system and fill out forms. There are also archives of sexuality and gender, Archives Unbound, Britannica School, and teaching books. You can find these databases on the homepage under Resources. The services are free as long as you have a Torrance Library card. For more information, go to library.torranceca.gov. Well, stick around. Calling all do-it-yourselfers, there is now a place where you can get creative. Plus, a local art business is celebrating aviation through selling unique memorabilia items. Don't go away.
Humans have been gathering around fires, sharing stories for centuries. Uh-oh, it appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire.
Oh my gosh, bear!
Wait just a minute. Is that the Smokey Bear?
He scared us.
How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? Precisely, the garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, the true test. Feeling if the ashes are cool. It looks like they are. Bravo.
Wait, do you mind if we could just...
Ah yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe. But not so much by Smokey Bear.
Just 1 second, Smokey, wait.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
An event celebrating a beautiful season will be coming back next month. The 2019 Cherry Blossom Cultural Festival will offer community members free entertainment from different cultures, tasty cuisine, and a relaxing day in the park. The event is put on by the City of Torrance Community Services Department. This year's sponsors includes Soka Gakkai International, the Torrance Sister City Association, North Torrance Homeowners Association, and the Torrance Craftsmen's Guild. Last year, there were artists representing Asia and Japan. Cherry blossoms are a symbolic flower of the spring, a time of renewal, and represents the nature of life. You can get more information about the event on facebook.com/Torrance Cherry Blossom. A new business in town is offering South Bay residents a chance to get crafty. Creative customers stood outside the first AR workshop in the South Bay at its grand opening in Torrance, looking to check out the one-of-a-kind place that is considered a do-it-yourself home decor business. Located on the corner of PCH and Vista, Montana, the Torrance workshop gives enthusiasts the chance to create plank signs, frame wood signs, and blankets. Customers can customize their project with the choice of stains, colors, and techniques. Franchise owner Christina McKinnon wanted to give back and open a business where she lives.
I really believe in making things from scratch, and we enjoy this workshop where it's you do it yourself. And you come in, you make a project from raw materials, we provide you with all the stain and all the paint and the stencils, and you make something that you made with your own hands, and you create a memory after making this special project that you hang up in your house.
Once you get your apron, instructors then provide guidance on how you can get the look that you want. You can register online, and cost varies depending on project and size. They also host events there.
Something that we've been anticipating in the neighborhood, and super excited to participate in some of the crafts. I think it's a great idea.
I think it's exciting to have a new business like this opening up in the area. Looking very much forward to trying out one of the classes.
The Torrance store is their 100th store. They have a live calendar online. An art business in Torrance is celebrating history by selling one-of-a-kind aviation pieces. MotoArt, owned by Dave Hall, says everyone can own a part of a historic Virgin Airlines plane and pass it on to future generations. His company has produced plane tags from the skin of the plane called Queen of the Skies, which the owner bought in 2016 when it was decommissioned in San Bernardino. Each plane tag is unique and numbered as a limited edition and gives aviation enthusiasts a chance to collect rare pieces of history. The plane features a creative name and a beautiful pinup girl on her nose. This queen was named by the queen herself, Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. It was during a time of a historic agreement between Great Britain and France called Entente Cordiale. The business rescues one-of-a-kind planes and preserves them in a way that honors their memory. Also, when you purchase the tag, a $3 donation will be made to the Virgin Atlantic Foundation. Well, a local business gets recognized for its mobile app. BQE Software, Inc., a global leader in business management software in Torrance, was ranked as a leader in GetApp's quarterly ranking showcase of the top 15 providers of expensive management apps based in the cloud. BQE's app was looked at for user reviewers, integrations, mobile app availability, functionality, and security. Vice President of Marketing at BQE Software, Satara Motabamedi, said they are especially proud of this ranking because it covers major categories that businesses should consider when selecting a software platform. The research team usually evaluates hundreds of products in any one category. The 10 to 15 with the highest scores become category leaders. BQE is used by IT specialists, accountants, engineers, and attorneys. El Camino College honored 4 alumni at the 2018 Distinguished Alumni and Gratitude Awards dinner and reception. The recipients were chosen because they further their educational and career goals and have proven exceptional achievements in the field. Also, they have done their part to give back to the community. This year's honorees were Rocky Chavez, former California Assembly member, Sherry Kramer from Continental Development Corporation, Dave Keenan from Keenan and Associates, and Brian Wilson, legendary co-founder of the Beach Boys. Now, during the ceremony, for the first time, they gave out gratitude awards to one area philanthropist and regional corporate partner. City of Torrance Mayor Patrick Fury, council members, state officials, and other city department representatives were in attendance. The El Camino College Foundation chairs the selection committee and sponsors the biennial awards ceremony. In a few years, the college will be celebrating its 75th anniversary. A salmonella outbreak leaves one person dead in the state of California. Reports show more than 63 people have been affected with salmonella linked to raw turkey products in an outbreak that started in 2017. There have been 279 reported cases of salmonella associated with raw turkey in 41 states as of February 13th. Now, since the Centers for Disease and Control don't know what started the outbreak, they are cautioning everyone to be careful with buying raw turkey. Symptoms of salmonella illness include nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and diarrhea. A popular kids' food is recalled for having an ingredient that isn't listed on the box. Nature's Path Food has recalled more than 400,000 boxes of the company's Enviro Kids line, Choco Chimps, Gorilla Munch, and Jungle Munch gluten-free cereal. The recall is due to an undeclared gluten. Health officials say anyone who may have an allergy to wheat, celiac disease, or gluten sensitivity should not eat it. To ensure this doesn't happen again, they will be moving its gluten-free testing from twice per shift to hourly. If you have boxes of the affected cereals, return it to the retailer for a refund. Still ahead, upcoming events you won't want to miss, plus a sneak peek at the next Sports Desk. We'll be back in just a minute.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back, everybody. Here are some upcoming events. The public is invited to attend a special event honoring former Mayor Dee Hardison's 30 years of service to the City of Torrance. It will take place on Sunday, March 3rd from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. The free event will be at the Torrance Historical Society and Museum. Then on Saturday, March 9th from 4:40 p.m. to 8 p.m., you can attend the 48th Annual Spaghetti Dinner, hosted by Torrance Firefighters Association. All of the proceeds will benefit the Elisa Ann Roosh California Burn Foundation Summer Camp for burn patients. And before we go, let's check in with Leslie Robbins on the Sports Desk. What do you have for us, Leslie?
Coming up on the Sports Desk, one Bishop Montgomery basketball team heads to the finals. The Warriors are warriors on the soccer field, and it's what happens behind the scenes that makes a champion. Be sure to watch every day at 4 and 9:30. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Leslie. That does it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.